What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. Yo, there's levels. Oh, there's levels to this. I've been at work all day, so I haven't had a chance to make this video. You guys know I usually make the videos at night, anyways. But news came out. Call of Duty is not gonna be exclusive. For all intents and purposes, no game is gonna be exclusive to the Xbox, right? I mean, could you honestly believe that maybe in the future Halo won't be on PlayStation and Nintendo? I mean, I'm being facetious, but damn. Here's the deal though, right? I made a I've made this statement plenty of times on here. A game being exclusive does not make the game better. You not being able to play the game doesn't change the experience for me. It really doesn't. But this is something that is very, very true. Since the beginning of me having the Xbox Series X, there has been no question in my mind what the Xbox Series X is for me. Now, if you got an Xbox Series S and you have an Xbox Series X and you don't agree with what I'm about to say, please, please, please leave your comments because I definitely want to know. The Xbox Series X is my preferred way of using Game Pass. That's it. I've said it from the beginning when people used to ask me, what are you playing on your Xbox Series X? Game Pass. And people would laugh, say, Game Pass is not a game. Like, no, no, no. Game Pass is a plethora of games. I've been saying it. But when you look at it, all the Xbox Series X is a device that I prefer to use for Game Pass. You might prefer your phone, you might prefer your powerful PC, you might prefer your Xbox One X, your Xbox One S, your Xbox One, you might prefer, I don't know, whatever you might prefer to use. Okay? Your laptop, it doesn't matter. I prefer the Xbox Series X to use Game Pass with. The title of this video I got from KingThrash. So shout out to you, my dude from KingThrash, right? He put out this tweet, and in the middle of the tweet, it said, PlayStation and Nintendo is more important to Microsoft than the Xbox is. At face value, the Xbot in me got mad and I cursed him out. I cursed him out and his two-tone socks wearing, shade wearing, low XP gamer score that he is. Share Factory playing that dominated his wrap up. Anyways, I got mad when I saw it. But after I got out of my feelings, that's the difference between fanboy. Fanboy stay in their feelings the whole time. After I got in my feelings, I looked at the tweet again and I was like, damn, he's right. He is right. You see, this generation, Microsoft has made it clear that they're not battling console for console. They really don't care if the PS5 is selling more than the Xbox Series X. Obviously, they want more people to buy the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. But in reality, what they really care about is getting you into their ecosystem by any means necessary. So making a game exclusive to the Xbox doesn't really bring you to their ecosystem. This is why. I know you would think like, wait, that doesn't make any sense, Doc. Yes, it would. If you can only play this game over here, it would force you to go over here. But what if they took a different approach and they made it so it's more convenient for you to get the game on this side? So they look like the good guy. They're giving you options. You can either pay $70 on this platform or you could go and get it over here on Game Pass. Do you understand that if you have an Xbox Series X, please leave your comments on this as well. If you got an Xbox Series X or an Xbox Series S and you don't have Game Pass, what the hell are you doing? You tell me, what game are you buying that's not on Game Pass that you're just flat out buying? Most people, though, have Game Pass and they buy games, which Microsoft is like, yo, by all means. But in reality, I want to know who's out here that bought Psychonauts 2, bought Halo Infinite, bought Forza. Excuse me. How is that enough for Game Pass for a year? Have you paid a full price for those games? the medium, the ascent. Like when you really think about it, Microsoft Game Pass undercuts its own games because it just makes sense to just get Game Pass. The console itself, though, and I said it before and people got mad at me, is not their priority. It's not. I don't know if we're ever going to see the full power of the Xbox Series X. And for all of you that have been using excuses since the beginning, talking about tools, Dying Light 2, tools. And then here's the thing, right, with the whole Dying Light 2 thing. When I made that video, people came at me talking about that's not Microsoft's fault. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's the developer's fault, but it's Microsoft has a responsibility of allowing developers to go in there or not. Can I just drop a game on Xbox? Can I just do that and Microsoft has to take it? No. Microsoft can say, no, this game is not good enough. The same way that Sony took out Cyberpunk from their stores. It wasn't Sony's fault that Cyberpunk was trash, but they still went ahead and took it out of their stores so another consumer wouldn't make the same mistake and buying that game before it was ready. Xbox Series X can't run some of these games to a full potential. We're waiting for tools. We're waiting. Smart DNA. What is it? Smart computing. I don't know. All types of freaking catchphrases for this box. Truth of the matter is, I bought it for the power narrative, but I could be honest with you and tell you that it really isn't that big of a difference between or showing the power right now. It might be more powerful on paper, but as far as what we see, especially when games are on both sides, I don't know, man. But Microsoft definitely cares about the Sony player base because there's a lot of them. So they want to get them on this side too. They definitely care about the Nintendo player base because Nintendo and Microsoft could definitely coexist together. So this makes sense. This makes sense. But as far as the box itself, come on, man. If you really think that Microsoft cares about the Xbox more than it does the ecosystem that is Game Pass, you're out of your mind. You're out of your loop. Think about it. You can't even get xCloud without Game Pass right now. If you want to play on the cloud, which is what they're trying to compete with Google and Amazon with, you have to get Game Pass. I got to give credit where credit is due, man. KingThrash is right. And he's been saying it for a while that Microsoft doesn't care about this box. And this proves it. Not having these games exclusives means that Microsoft does not care about those gamers like you and I that bought the Xbox. Because here's the deal. If I don't have to buy a PlayStation, I'm not buying one. And right now, there are no games right now on the PlayStation 5 that I feel a need to go buy. But that's just a matter of time. Because eventually they will have a lineup of exclusives that I'm going to be like, okay, now it's time to jump in. It's just a matter of time, right? Microsoft is not doing that. If you got a PS5, the only reason for you to go to Xbox would be if you wanted Xbox to be the main way you consume Game Pass. Because if you got a PC and it's powerful enough, like why would you do it? Tell me if I'm wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Microsoft definitely changed the game this generation as far as the value narrative. And that's why they're in the position where they're at, where they are definitely a threat to Sony. The Xbox is not a threat to the PlayStation, but Microsoft is a threat to Sony. There's difference. There's levels to this, right? So I agree with KingThrash. They care more about the PlayStation and Nintendo than they do about the Xbox itself. Let me know what you think. Dog1985, there's levels to this. Look, man, y'all know I control with the best of them. Y'all know I can cap with the best of them. Trust me, some Sony fans be like, Doc, I never thought you could cap that hard. Yeah, I can. I can if I need to sometimes, right? But when it's right, man. It is what it is. We out. Peace.